Hello everyone, welcome to day 11 of 30 inks in 30 days. Today's ink is Columbia and it's part of that Apollo 11 anniversary set. It is a very pretty, very interesting kind of salmon pinky red with a little bit of sheen that leans towards the green. And I have it in my Kaweco Sport. This is the color Fox, I believe. And this is a medium nib. So Columbia is the command module that served as the living quarters for the 3 astronauts during most of the lunar mission. It was one of the 3 parts comprising the complete Apollo 11 spacecraft, and Columbia was the only part of the craft to return to Earth, and it was transferred to the Smithsonian in 1971, where it has been designated a milestone of flight. In July 2016, the Smithsonian released a 3D scan of Columbia produced by the Smithsonian Digitization Program Office. During the scanning process, a number of places where the astronauts had written on the walls of the capsule were found. These included a calendar and a warning about smelly waste on one of the lockers. I really like this ink. It's very interesting, I think. There is quite a lot of sheen, and it's kind of this neon green gold that I really like. And when you get into the writing, the shading is very nice, and you do get hints of that sheen. It's not a particularly wet ink. There were a few times where I felt like this was getting a little bit dry, but for the most part, it flows really nicely. It did all right in my cognitive surplus recycled paper notebook. Lots of feathering, really kind of sinking into the page. Again, bleed through a couple of places where it came through quite a bit. It did okay. I wouldn't use it for long periods on paper similar to this. And you don't see the sheen. You really don't see any shading, and again, just a lot of feathering. And then look how pretty this chromatography is. It goes up from kind of a vibrant pink up really into that salmon color, and then just that hint of a green. Very pretty. This ink actually reminds me a lot of Jacques Herbin Rouge Hematite. Very similar with the salmon color and the sheen, the shading. You know what? Let's take a look. So here is my bottle of Rouge Hematite. However, this one is a shimmer, unlike Columbia. Yeah, I would say these two are very similar. Definitely more red overtones in the Rouge Hematites, but look at this pink undertone. It's very close. In the Jacques Herbin, I feel like the sheen is a little more subtle. This one seems to show up quite a bit more. And this one does have shimmer, although I can't... Oh, it's very subtle. I can see it, but I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. Maybe a little bit. So the sheen on this one is a little bit stronger. The red overtone, a bit stronger on this one. But that undertone, that pinky undertone, very similar. So I would say these two are very close matches for each other for a salmon pink ink. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!